Good evening, my name is Lorian Phillips. I'm a clinical psychologist and have been in practice for 26 years. My interest in working with ADHD began when my two sons were diagnosed with it many years ago. Due to my struggles in understanding what they were going through and how to help them, I began to educate myself on ADHD. After reading up, doing a lot of research, I then adapted my parenting strategies in dealing with them and later on wrote a parenting course for parents of ADD and ADHD children that I've been running since 2013. I've also spoken at many different platforms on parenting and schooling the ADHD child. In this evening's talk, I'm going to be talking about a specific aspect of ADHD management that I see in my practice more and more often these days: the impulsive, over-emotional, dysregulated behavior that many of these children present with when they're emotionally overwhelmed and simultaneously ill-equipped to deal with these feelings. Therefore, I'm going to be talking about motivational strategies that practitioners can suggest to parents who are often feeling helpless and desperate when it comes to dealing with their child. I'm going to start with the DSM-5's definition of ADHD. Today, the definition currently accepted is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder with three different subtypes: hyper, inattentive, which is more often referred to as ADD, and a mixed pattern. I'll be using the terms interchangeably unless I need to clarify. The DSM-5 describes ADHD as characterized by a persistent pattern of inattention and/or hyperactivity or impulsivity that interferes with functioning or development. We may think that this simply refers to the child struggling to concentrate in class, shouting out a little bit, or being hyperactive and disruptive in the classroom, but that is often only the tip of the iceberg. The most common issues, as I've said, are parents coming to talk to me in desperation about what happens at home. Their child's mood outbursts, lack of coping skills and emotional resilience, unwillingness to carry out basic requests, and the ensuing struggles to get their child to cooperate in carrying out seemingly simple tasks, such as getting ready for school in time, doing homework, and so on. Obviously, these behaviors have an enormous impact on the family as well. These despairing parents tell me that nothing works, no matter how much they may punish their child, impose consequences, take away privileges, or try and reason logically. It's as if they are talking to a brick wall, and the only result is more pushback and the family drama escalating. Or, on the other hand, the child simply shrugs their shoulders, saying that they don't care, leaving the parents feeling more and more powerless. When we understand what the experience of the ADHD child is like, we gain more understanding into why they behave as they do and how to get beyond this. For the ADHD child, life is often a complex, overwhelming blur of too much noise, too much stimulation, too much feedback, too many demands and distractions. Or, on the other end of the continuum, there is the experience of too little impact, feedback, and stimulation, so that it's preferable for the child to be in their own world, which is more reflective of the ADD child's experience. Why does this happen? The neurological functions affected by ADHD are all situated in the frontal lobes of the brain, the organizer and regulator of the brain. These functions are referred to as the executive functions, as they are used to execute 11 major brain functions: concentration or attention, working memory, planning, prioritizing, organizing, time management, task initiation, and goal-directed behavior, amongst others. We can hear how many of these are imperative in daily life in order to function effectively, and how often parents' descriptions of their children's behavior reflect difficulties with these areas of functioning. Frontal lobes also, very importantly, in addition to the cognitive functions, help us to control our moods and our behavior, which also explains why so much of the time the ADHD child's behavior can be very problematic, ranging from excessive outbursts of emotion or aggression when they are anxious or angry to outbursts of tears and heightened reactivity